Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is AFarCryAway, and Insurgency has finally been updated in the main game to version 1.3, which includes a lot of really good stuff like Ministry and the Frenzy Checkpoint co-op mode, as well as 2 new weapons and some new weapon upgrades. There's also a lot of little changes to the game, such as new settings for the video settings, and other little minor changes that are all part of the changelog. I won't go over all of those, however they do go a long way in improving the overall experience of the game. I actually did a video on 1.3 and the beta and the testing, the CTE of that, so if you want to see that video, click above. I'll try to flash the little annotation so you can click that and watch my impressions of Ministry and of the Frenzy Checkpoint mode. But today's video is actually more of like an announcement. They're going to be doing a Steam free weekend for Insurgency Sandstorm starting on Thursday the 20th of June all the way through June 24th on Monday. So yeah, they're doing a Steam free weekend for Insurgency Sandstorm, and if you are a person who might have bought the game previously and refunded it, now is a really good chance to dive back in and see what you've been missing, and if you kind of want to change your mind on whether you should get the game or not. Also, if you've never experienced Sandstorm before, now is your chance to hop right in. Now, I will say, this game doesn't run perfectly for everybody. The optimization is definitely a known issue. There are various tweaks and things you can do to improve this, and I'll try my best to maybe in the future make a video on this, because it's very important to know that just because when you launch the game it doesn't run well for you, there are fixes that can help make the game not stutter as much and help make it run better. And of course, you can always just put everything down on the lowest settings. It might not look pretty, but it definitely does help the performance. You can also go into the game's INI folder, or an INI file rather, and you can actually change the texture pool size to something higher. So if you have like a 8 or 6 gigabyte graphics card, you can utilize more texture streaming potential. I don't really know the technical terms here, but I do know that you can actually make it stutter less because it doesn't have to load in textures as frequently. So just keep in mind that if you are having performance issues, there might be workarounds. It's pretty much good to go Google that, search it yourself for now, try to see what kind of tips and tricks the community has on how to optimize the game. But once you get in and you start playing, you can now earn XP on the community servers. Not all of them, mind you, but if the server owner has opted into it, you can actually gain XP for playing in the community servers, which is incredibly great for this game, because normally I would only stick to the official servers because I wanted that XP gain. I wanted to get cool items for my soldier and my loadout and my cosmetics, and now you can actually do that while playing on these cooler custom servers that have better moderation, potentially better connection depending on where they're located from, as well as custom rule sets that might actually be more fun to play on. Now, we've also got the Frenzy mode in the game now, and what's different is I believe they can throw Molotovs now and not just explode. So before it was the zombies would all rush you, and occasionally you had the one guy who's on fire that when you take him out, he explodes into a big fireball. Now he still does that, but he can also throw multiple Molotovs at you. And I had a moment where I had about 3 or 4 of them in the air heading right at me at the same time. There was nothing I could do. Ow. I died instantly. This mode is insane, and you really can't take it too seriously because if you do, you might actually get upset. You die really fast in this mode sometimes. If I had a criticism though, I would say that maybe they should tone down the Molotov range, or at least the frequency at which the AI will throw them at you. And then also, I have a little bit of an issue with this mode now because I realized that if a zombie gets up in your face, your gun automatically goes into the up idle position instead of being aimed at the guy right in your face. For some reason, it's almost like when you press yourself up against the wall, your gun goes up and you can't fire it. And not only can you not fire it, but it also won't let you melee. So you can't even melee strike the guy in the head in front of you, which does present a lot of issues because most of the time people will be in your face in this mode. So hopefully they can work out a fix to that. But I really do enjoy this mode for a quick laugh, and it's pretty fun, and I would love to see a hardcore variant of it in a hardcore custom server maybe. That would be a lot of fun. But yeah, there are a few issues with it, and I do see people getting frustrated at it, so just when you go in, just take it with a grain of salt, you know, have fun, take it lighthearted as you can, try not to take it too seriously. But for a April Fool's joke that wasn't actually a joke, I think Frenzy Checkpoint is amazing. Also, Ministry is now in the game and playable in the co-op mode, and Ministry is a great map for co-op. It's just really fun for your CQB skills, it's really great, and the only issue is that the AI try to call airstrikes in, and mortar strikes, I mean, in, on you when you're inside. Like, you'll be in the objective of the basement level, and they'll still try to call in airstrikes, and it's just like, why? I don't understand. They'll do it, and it doesn't make any sense. It's very ineffective, but who knows. I will say one of the more fun parts of the map, although it can be a little bit too easy, is the very end of the map on Checkpoint, where you get to hold out, and you can just kind of call in all of your helicopters there and be untouchable. It's really, really easy to hold that last point down. I'm not sure if there's anything they could do to make it tougher in Checkpoint, but as it is now, it's still a very fun map for co-op. And lastly, we've got the 2 new weapons and 2 new optics coming to the game. With this update, we have the Chinese QBZ-03 assault rifle, as well as the Croatian VHS-2 assault rifle. We've got 2 new optics, the MRO Micro Red Dot for the Security faction, and the MARS, or Mars, for the Insurgent faction. Now, do keep in mind, guys, that this update is only part 1, or part something, out of all of the updates they're going to be doing this year, because they have a roadmap planned out for all of 2019 into 2020, showing all the new content that they plan on including in the game. We have a lot of new weapons coming. We've got night maps, we've got the Sinjar remake that is a snow map, we have new cosmetics including a ballistic mask and like jackets, like winter jackets and soft shell jackets for the security forces. So now is just as good a time as any to get into Sandstorm. If you've ever been curious about the game, I think it's honestly the most optimized it's ever been. It has the most content it's ever had. It has a lot to do, a lot of fun things you can do, especially with the community servers being active and having experience gain on them. You can start actually forming your own little communities now in Sandstorm with your own custom servers, if you know how to set one up, that is. And I might actually end up setting up one in the future. I'm not sure 100% yet, but I did have a server temporarily in the first Insurgency, and I messed around on that for a little bit. It was really fun, so can't wait to see what all the modding possibilities are for this game once they add that. That's another update coming soon this year, so yeah, I'll let you guys know. I'll be the first to tell you, hopefully. So if you like Insurgency Sandstorm and you'd like to stay updated on the game, feel free to subscribe to this channel, hit that bell for the notifications to actually alert you, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Stay frosty out there.